We're at 3598 Alaska Avenue, doing a sanitary lateral inspection. I believe the line was jetted and was supposed to be cambered, and I guess they didn't have the footage or something, so the owner wanted this rechecked. So we are going from the, looks like from the access point that they used. This is a pool toilet in the back of the basement in the laundry room. So the toilet flange, but that's where we're going in. So far this one back. Looks like the sewer goes out towards the front. There's a backup. So we're wanting to try to check to see how the line looks after the jetting. They had I guess multiple backups. So I do know that there's a clean out. So if one thing I want to mention real quick is that sometimes, you know, there's obviously going to be stuff on the front of the camera, and so what I'll try to do is keep it as clean as possible. But a lot of times, in this case, we will go. We should be able to at least go out to the main and get that, or run some water to keep the lens clean. But a lot of times it's clearer on the way back because, you know, you're not pushing stuff up against the front of the camera. So, but the line is cast iron. It's normal for the use of the house. I'm going to go out to try to go all the way out to the main. I expect this to switch over to clay once it exits the building. And so far, this looks fairly normal for a cast iron line. A little tiny bit of a belly there, but nothing real bad. Yeah, this camera lens is only about a ½ an inch off the bottom of the pipe, so it's not real high. Everything looks pretty good so far. This looks like a clean out right above me, which would be, there's a clean out in the floor in the front of the building. And we are switching over to clay line, which means we've gone past the foundation. Now this, if I had to guess, this would be the issue and why there's a backup looking at all the buildup and everything along this spot. There's a pretty big offset. It is a downstream offset, so it really shouldn't catch a whole lot, but it just looks like there's buildup around there, like, you know, during moments of heavy flow, that it may have caught something larger, because obviously the diameter of the pipe is reduced, because if you can see that on the middle of the image there, the top of the pipe that's downstream. So it's probably reduced the pipe diameter by, you know, maybe 30 to 40%. So yeah, you're taking a couple inches of pipe away, which obviously could cause an issue. We also have a little bit of roots right there. We'll note that was about 57 feet or so, 56 feet, 57 feet. So I will also mark that on the way back. I'll pause the video and go out and get a locate to show exactly where that is, and I'll put green paint and a flag in that position. Could even be in, looks like roots, but sometimes you get a little bit of mineral deposits also. this may actually be, the other spot may have been because the line was backed up. This looks like this is a bunch of roots. If you can see that up there, looks like the line is almost plugged. I can't tell what that is because I can't get the, you know, because my camera's underwater when I get up close to it. But I will mark that. Look, it's roots. You can see it closing back. So 72 feet. I will mark that also on the way back because that is definitely an issue. It doesn't look like it was cleaned real well. I'd say that was, so far, that's the biggest reason for a backup. But we have another spot here. Try to push through this one also, and I have. So this line was supposed to have been cleaned, but I'm not sure it was. If it was, it wasn't done very well. Gosh, yeah. I mean, all these. There's a lot of roots through here. And actually, they must have maybe gone through it lightly with a small machine or something because I can get my camera. I've got my camera through most of it so far, but you can obviously tell even the small spots that I'm at. It's you know, it's got a lot of blockages in it. I can't tell what this is right now. But I made it about as far as I can. And I'm hitting something hard, so I'm going to go pause here, go get a locate and double check this to see where I am. To see, because I can't see with the camera. I don't know if I'm getting close to the main or if I'm in the middle of the front yard. So I'm going to pause here so that we don't have a bunch of dead air space, and I'm going to locate exactly where the camera is in this position. Okay, so we're not even halfway. We're just getting close to about halfway through the front yard. So we're not even halfway out to the main, and this feels like a spot that I'm not gonna be able to get past. It feels like I'm hitting something hard. It could be broken pipe. It's really hard to tell. It could be just an offset that my camera's hitting up against. Usually it'll jump smaller ones, so this could be big. It could be, I mean, it could be roots. But because the pipe is still full, you know, I don't really, I'm not able to tell exactly what it is. The way this is flashing, I think this is just a hard clog. But this needs to be, obviously, needs to be cleaned a lot better. I'm, you know, 97 feet out. Everything that, all the issues I ran into were, you know, just past the, were, you know, past the clean out in the front, so it could be done from the floor clean out. It doesn't have to be done on the toilet here. But obviously, since everything is so full right here, you know, all these roots, this is going to back up again real soon, if it's not already. There's definitely, I mean, you can see if you look off, I mean, that's, you know, 3/4 of the pipe in a lot of these cases. I mean, it's a wonder that there is some flow going through this. So basically, from the house line out, needs to be cleaned again, cleaned correctly.
knife and clean all these roots out. See, all this stuff now is falling back over the camera. Goes right around 47 feet where that offset is, but I don't think that needs to be located at this point. I think that the main issue is that spot that we've already come across, all those roots. That's the main culprit for these backups, and I think that the stuff I was seeing at that offset was just from where the line backed up into the building and built up right there and just got stuck. That offset, even though it does choke down the diameter of the pipe, it should be enough for most things to get through. That would be, I would get rid of all the roots first and then go from there. I would re-inspect it, because it looks like you're going to have to go out and try to run it all the way to the main. Got quite a few spots that were ate up with roots, and that was only half the, half the length of the pipe from the building out to the street. As you can see, I made it all the way back and pulled out of line. The cast iron looked really good for its age. It was open. Wasn't much buildup. Just same old ugly cast iron. It's normal for its age, but yeah, the main issue is all these roots, and obviously only getting out 100 feet when I probably had another 50 to 60 to go before I hit the main. So I'm going to recommend that this be cleaned well and re-cambered to check the structural integrity of the line, because the roots might have done more damage, to the structural integrity of the pipe. So that's going to end the inspection at 3598 Alaska Ave.